Do you want to hear about a man who walked hundreds of miles on crutches and his sister who walked the entire way alongside him? You're right where you need to be. Good day to you and yours. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, or whatever part of the day it is that you're experiencing at the moment. Today we're going to be listening to a couple of heartwarming stories that, again, come from the Camino de Santiago in Spain. I just know a lot of awesome people who touched my heart and soul there, and who are, I feel, going to be friends forever. So a lot of them have been helping me out and sharing some of their amazing stories that they experienced on that pilgrimage that we walked together. But first, I've got a joke for you. The temptation to sing "The Lion Sleeps Tonight" is always just a whim away, a whim away, a whim away. A whim away, a whim away. Okay, but shh. So my friend's name is Tara, and I think that it could be possible that she is more addicted to the Camino than I am. I didn't think it was quite possible, but yeah, she's walked, I believe, 2,200 miles amongst 4 different Caminos. I met her and her brother Tim in a small little street of a town called Santa Catalina, and I think that town has like a population of less than 50 people, so pretty small. We started chatting in the albergue that we were staying at, and she was telling us about her story, and she had already walked a couple Caminos before the one that we met her on, and I was just super impressed by her. So we soon met her brother Tim, and he had been walking with her, and we found out that Tim was walking the entire way by crutches after having had some severe health issues with his knees. I think his knees blew out like at the beginning, almost the first or second day. He went to the doctors and they told him, don't walk anymore. And he was kind of just like, I don't think so, and he kept walking. She told me that she feels that if Tim couldn't have used crutches, he probably would have crawled his way to the end. He wanted it that bad. She says that he would get up at 6 a.m. and she'd see him over there writing in his journal, and she'd be like, hello, today's a rest day, what are you doing up? Like, go to bed or whatever. And so she said that he would just be like, well, I'm a pilgrim and this is what pilgrims do. And yeah, he just kept that mindset of, even if he wasn't walking that day, that he was in it for the experience and he wanted to experience it to the fullest. So that was pretty awesome that he just kept that in mind the whole way and didn't let up. His strength and determination taught her so much that she can't even put it into words. Now, if you've done any long distance backpacking or hiking, you know how crucial it is with keeping at your own pace, and how straying from that individual tempo can make or break your journey. For myself, it was a constant theme of my way. Find your desired speed and don't waver. When I caught myself trying to speed to keep up with somebody, I couldn't do it. When I caught myself trying to slow my pace to allow someone to keep up with me, I couldn't do it. It takes way more energy and strength to stay at someone else's pace than it is to find your own stride and stick to it. And there's much greater risk of injury. When you're on the Camino, they say that you walk the way for you, and you alone. The fact that Tara walked beside Tim the entire way was just as inspiring, if not more to me, than Tim's journey. Yes, I know how much determination and will it must have taken for Tim to complete that way on crutches, but try and realize that what Tara did was just as heroic. A selfless deed that she did for her brother that I find truly inspiring. The two of them and their determination came into my thoughts when I was having some of my worst days, and it gave me strength to put one foot in front of the other. For that, I have to say, thank you, thank you, thank you. Just a day or two after we met Tara and Tim, we hiked to the top of Cruz de Ferro, which is considered to be a pivotal point along the way. There sits a large post with a simple cross on the top, where pilgrims leave stones beneath it. Some huge, some tiny, but they're supposedly symbols of sins or worries that once released or left behind are very much that, released and left behind. The moment that we reached the top, we stayed for a while respecting others' experiences of this moment and being quiet. When Tim and Tara approached, there was a Frenchman who they had met a week or so before that started cheering Tim on. It turned into a small group of pilgrims, and they all started clapping and cheering, and it really meant the world to him. Tara said that this encouragement pushed him to not give up and to continue on. This moment was very powerful. Tara wrote this to me. I love to walk. I love to be in the mountains. It gives me time to think about my blessings, and I am truly blessed, and walking gives me the opportunity to be grateful. Spain and the Camino hold a tender spot in my heart, with a pull that does not seem to let go of me. One story of kindness was along her first Camino. She came down with flu-like symptoms and was pleading with some pilgrims to close the window at night because she had really bad chills and was really cold. She woke up to a sleeping bag on her that was placed there by an unknown pilgrim in the bunk beside hers. She saw him curled up and cold, so she placed the sleeping bag back on him. That act of kindness touched her deeply. There's another story where she was alone at a bus station and was unfamiliar with what she was going to do once she arrived at her destination in a city she had never been to that was late at night, and she was overcome by fear and trepidation and was brought to tears. She saw a woman nearby in a similar situation and approached her to provide some comfort or support. Neither spoke the same language, but the woman had a translator, and they were able to communicate through this wonderful gadget. As Tara started to comfort her, she was really comforting herself, and therefore less afraid of her own situation. There just so happened to be several pilgrims on the bus that she caught to Portugal who knew the language and were able to put her in a taxi and tell them where to go and provided her safe passage to her hostel. Tara writes, I know I'm not in this world all alone. I know there is a God who cares and is there to help me. So much is happening in this world now that makes me wonder about humankind. The Camino gives me the opportunity to see the good in others. They are everywhere. It's the chance to give love and receive love. People are good. We all want to be happy, and it takes little to help others with that. We are all brothers and sisters in this life, and the Camino reaffirms this for me. We are here to help each other, but by doing that, we are actually helping ourselves. Tara's faith in her God is extremely important to her, and through these encounters, she finds a connection with people and with her God. I am so appreciative of her willingness to share her amazing stories with us, and for that, I have to say thank you. I want to say thanks so much for checking out this video. If you like it and want to help support its message, please like, comment, share, subscribe, or follow, and keep watching. I love you all, and have an awesome week.